The shark existed before the tree, not before one species of tree, before the first true forests ever appeared on Earth. Before any plant on this planet had figured out how to grow a trunk, sharks were already hunting in these oceans. That was 450 million years ago. Here is the second thing. In those 450 million years, across 5 mass extinction events, through oceans that have completely changed their temperature, their chemistry, their oxygen content, the shark's core body design has remained remarkably consistent. Not its every detail, but its fundamental architecture. Evolution has rewritten every other animal on this planet multiple times over. The shark's blueprint it has barely touched. The question this video answers is why, because the answer is not what most people expect. It is not that the shark was lucky. It is not that it was sheltered from the pressures that reshaped everything else. The answer is something that happens almost nowhere else in the history of life on Earth. The design was so complete that almost nothing evolution tried to change about it worked better than what was already there. Every animal alive today is a work in progress. That is not a metaphor. It is the literal mechanism of evolution. Continuous variation, continuous selection, continuous pressure towards something slightly better suited to the conditions it faces. The fossil record is a catalogue of that process. Species appear, change again, and either continue changing or disappear. The timeline of life on Earth is the history of things being replaced by improved versions of themselves. Shark lineages appear in that record 450 million years ago, and then they do something almost no other complex animal does. Their core design stops changing. The sharks alive in the ocean right now are not meaningfully different in their fundamental architecture from the sharks alive before the first dinosaur appeared. Same cartilage skeleton, same sensory systems, same tooth replacement mechanism, same essential body plan. Paleontologists who study the shark fossil record use a specific phrase for this. They say the shark's body plan is evolutionarily stable. What that phrase means, translated out of scientific restraint, is this. Over hundreds of millions of years, most variations that arose did not outperform the original design. The modifications that appeared kept losing to what was already there. For nearly 500 million years, that original blueprint has held. In almost any other lineage in the history of complex life, that does not happen. To understand why, you have to look at what the shark actually is, not the teeth, not the size, the system. The skeleton is made entirely of cartilage, no bones. Cartilage is lighter than bone, more flexible, and far cheaper for the body to produce and repair. When a shark is injured, cartilage regenerates efficiently, quickly enough that marine biologists consistently note it as one of the animal's most underappreciated advantages. The shark carries none of the structural weight that bones impose. It moves through water with exceptional efficiency, a quality that has made it the subject of serious study by aerospace engineers and naval architects for decades. The skin compounds this. Shark skin is covered in microscopic structures called dermal denticles, tooth-shaped scales arranged in precise alignment with the direction of water flow across the body. Each denticle reduces drag and disrupts turbulence. The hydrodynamic precision involved is significant enough that competitive swimwear manufacturers spent years attempting to replicate it. The Speedo LZR racer suit, the suit that broke 130 world swimming records at the 2008 Beijing Olympics, incorporated shark skin-inspired surface textures as part of its design. It was subsequently banned by FINA for providing an unfair competitive advantage. The shark has been wearing a version of that surface for 450 million years. Then there is the sensory system. This is where the design moves from impressive to something closer to incomprehensible. Sharks possess a sense that no other animal has developed to the same degree: electroreception. Every living creature generates a weak electrical field as its muscles move and its heart beats. The shark detects this through clusters of electroreceptive pores called the ampullae of Lorenzini, concentrated around the head. The sensitivity of this system is extraordinary, precise enough that a shark can detect the faint electrical signals of an animal buried under sand, or a creature lying completely still in total darkness. It also uses the Earth's magnetic field to navigate open ocean. No landmarks, no light, no reference points of any kind. You do not need to move. You do not need to bleed. The electrical signal your body produces simply by being alive is enough for a shark to find you. Running alongside electroreception is the lateral line, a system of pressure-sensitive receptors embedded along the length of the body that detects changes in water displacement. A shark reads the pressure wave a fish produces as it moves. It registers the disruption pattern of an injured animal versus a healthy one. It knows the shape of what is happening in the water around it before it can see it. Sight, smell, electroreception, pressure detection. Each system is redundant with the others. Remove any one of them and the shark still hunts. Remove two and it still functions. The design was built with layers of failure tolerance that no single point of failure can collapse. And then the teeth. A shark does not have a fixed set. It carries rows, typically 5 to 15 rows deep depending on species, with replacement teeth continuously moving forward, ready to take the position of any tooth that breaks or wears. A single shark produces tens of thousands of teeth across its lifetime. The weapon never degrades. It renews itself continuously from the moment the shark is born until the moment it dies. Marine biologists studying shark hunting behavior have documented something that resists easy explanation. Sharks tracking prey through complex environments, reef systems, open water, low visibility, consistently make adjustments that suggest something beyond simple reaction. They cut off angles before prey reaches them. They alter approach direction mid-pursuit. The strike, when it comes, frequently arrives from a position the prey had not moved toward and had no indication was a threat. Researchers who study this behavior describe it in terms that are careful precisely because what they are observing is difficult to categorize. The shark does not appear to be responding to stimuli in the way most predators do. It appears in the language one researcher used to be solving the problem before the problem fully presents itself. This is the detail the footage of sharks rarely captures. The speed is real. The teeth are real. But what makes the shark what it is has almost nothing to do with either of those things. It is the completeness of the system, the redundancy, the fact that every individual component is already exceptional, and they are combined into something that operates at a level the sum of its parts does not predict. The average lifespan of a species in the fossil record is between 1 and 10 million years. Most species that have ever existed are gone, not because of human activity, not because of catastrophe, but because evolution produced something better, and the original design could no longer compete. Shark lineages have been here for 450 million years. They have survived every mass extinction event in the history of complex life. The Permian extinction, the largest in Earth's history, which eliminated 96% of all marine species, did not end them. The event that ended the dinosaurs, which collapsed food chains across every ocean on the planet, did not end them. Sharks were ancient when the dinosaurs appeared. They were still here when the dinosaurs ended. What the extinction record shows is not that sharks were sheltered from these events. They were not. Ocean chemistry collapsed during the Permian extinction to a degree that killed the overwhelming majority of marine life. Shark lineages lost species. They lost populations. What they did not lose was the core design, because what sharks were built to do, hunt, navigate, adapt, remained possible under conditions that made survival impossible for almost everything else. If the entire history of the shark were compressed into a single 24-hour day, the dinosaurs would appear at 9:36 p.m. They would be gone by 11:28 p.m. Humans would appear at 11:59 p.m. and 46 seconds. The shark's day begins at midnight. There is one pressure the shark was never built to withstand, because for 450 million years there was no reason to build a defense against it. Approximately 100 million sharks are killed by humans every year. The primary mechanism is the fin trade. A single fin, removed while the shark is frequently still alive, the body returned to the ocean unable to swim, can sell for hundreds of dollars. The global market for shark fin soup is estimated at over $1 billion annually. The fins are the only part with commercial value. The rest of the animal is waste. In the past 50 years, global shark populations have declined by more than 70%. The oceanic whitetip, once described by Jacques Cousteau as the most abundant large animal on Earth, has declined by more than 98%. The hammerhead populations of the open ocean have declined by 89%. These are not projections. They are documented measurements from populations that researchers have been tracking long enough to watch the collapse in real time. The shark is slow to mature. Many species do not reach reproductive age for a decade or more. They produce few offspring per reproductive cycle. A population that took millions of years to establish cannot be rebuilt in a generation. The mathematics of recovery for an animal with the shark's reproductive biology, measured against the current rate of removal, does not resolve. The design that held against 5 mass extinctions is not holding against this. Because this is happening faster than evolution can adapt to. Evolution does not make decisions. It has no awareness, no intention, no preference for any outcome. It is a process, variation, selection, time, running continuously across every living thing on Earth. But the process has a result, and the result, measured across 450 million years and 5 extinctions, is unambiguous. The shark is one of the most stable designs in the history of complex life. Not because evolution stopped applying pressure, because across hundreds of millions of years of pressure, almost nothing it tried worked better than what was already there. It was here before the trees. It was here before the dinosaurs. It has outlasted every dominant species this planet has produced, including several that were larger, several that were faster, and several that, for a time, ruled every environment they inhabited. It survived all of them. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time on Deep Blue Marble.